Here's what most men miss until it's too late. The signs are there. They've always been there, but you've been ignoring them because you want to believe she's different. You want to believe she cares. You want to believe you're special to her. So listen carefully because what I'm about to tell you will either save you or wake you up to a reality you've been avoiding. Before we continue, subscribe to this channel because 95% of men will ignore these signs until they're destroyed. You're not going to be one of them. Hit that button now. Let's begin. Let's start with the most obvious one that somehow men still miss. Pay attention to the pattern of her communication. Not what she says, but when she says it. When does she text you? When does she call? When does she suddenly remember you exist? Is it when she needs a ride? When she needs money? When she needs emotional support because another guy just hurt her? When she's bored? When her plans fell through? When she needs validation? When she needs someone to fix something? Notice the pattern. She appears when she needs something. She disappears when she doesn't. That's not affection. That's not care. That's not even friendship. That's utility. You're a tool she picks up when she needs it and puts down when she's done. And here's how you know for sure. Ask yourself this question. When was the last time she reached out just to check on you? When was the last time she asked how you're doing with no agenda? When was the last time she wanted to spend time with you when she didn't need anything? If you can't answer that, you already know the truth. You're being used. But most men rationalize this. They tell themselves, she's just busy. She's going through a lot. She knows I'm always here for her. That's what you do for someone you care about. No, that's what you do for someone who's taking advantage of you because real care is reciprocal. Real affection doesn't have a transaction attached to it. Real connection doesn't only exist when it's convenient for one person. She's not busy, she has time. She just doesn't have time for you unless you're useful. She's not going through a lot. She's going through you using your resources, your time, your emotional labor without giving anything back. And when you're finally done being useful, when you can't provide what she needs anymore, watch how fast she disappears. Watch how quickly you become invisible. That's not coincidence. That's calculation. This one destroys men slowly. You're not her boyfriend, but you're not just a friend either. You're something in between, undefined, unclear, uncertain, and she likes it that way. Why? Because the gray area gives her all the benefits without any of the commitment. She gets your attention, your time, your emotional support, your resources, but she owes you nothing. She's not accountable to you. She's free to do whatever she wants with whoever she wants. And when you try to define it, when you try to get clarity, watch what happens. She gets vague. She says things like, I don't like labels. Let's just see where it goes. I'm not ready for something serious right now. I don't want to ruin what we have. Why do we need to put a title on it? That's manipulation. That's her keeping you on the hook without committing to you. Because if she wanted you, truly wanted you, there would be no confusion. There would be no gray area. You would know exactly where you stand. But she doesn't want you to know. She wants you confused. She wants you hoping. She wants you waiting. Because as long as you're in the gray area, you're giving her everything while she gives you nothing guaranteed. And here's the painful part. While you're sitting in that gray area thinking you're building something with her, she's out there entertaining other options. She's keeping her options open. She's dating other men, she's sleeping with other men, and she doesn't feel guilty about it because you're not together. That's the gray area. It protects her. It traps you. And the worst part, you let it happen. You accept the scraps. You take what she gives you and tell yourself it's enough. You convince yourself that if you just wait a little longer, if you just prove yourself a little more, she'll finally choose you. She won't because she's already chosen. She's chosen to keep you right where you are. Available but not committed to, useful but not valued, present but not prioritized. That's not love. That's not even like. That's convenience. And you're the fool accepting it. Pay attention to how she treats your schedule, your plans, your commitments. Does she show up late? Does she cancel last minute? Does she make plans with you and then break them when something better comes up? Does she expect you to drop everything when she calls, but she's never available when you need her? Does she make you wait? Does she keep you on standby while she figures out what she wants to do? That's disrespect, pure and simple. And disrespect is not accidental. It's intentional. It's her showing you exactly how much you matter to her, or more accurately, how little. Because here's the truth. People make time for what they value. People protect what they prioritize. People show up for what matters to them. If she's consistently disrespecting your time, it's because she doesn't value it. She doesn't value you. And you know what the saddest part is? You tolerate it. You make excuses for her. She's busy. Something came up. It's okay. We can reschedule. You bend, you adjust, you accommodate. You make yourself smaller to fit into whatever space she decides to give you. That's not understanding. That's not patience. That's self-betrayal. You're teaching her that your time doesn't matter, that you don't matter, that she can treat you however she wants and you'll still be there. And she's learning that lesson very well. Every time you accept her lateness, her cancellations, her lack of consideration, you're confirming what she already believes, that you're low value, that you're desperate, that you'll take whatever she gives you. High V value men don't accept this. They don't tolerate disrespect of their time. They don't wait around for women who can't show up consistently. They don't make themselves available to people who treat their schedule like it's worthless. They set boundaries. They have standards. They walk away from people who demonstrate through their actions that they're not serious. And that's why high V value you men don't get played, because they don't accept the conditions that allow them to be played. But you're still there, still waiting, still hoping she'll change, still believing that if you just show her how patient you can be, she'll finally respect you. She won't. Respect isn't earned through tolerance of disrespect. It's earned through boundaries, and you have none. This is the sign that reveals everything. Look at the flow of investment in your dynamic. Who's always initiating? Who's always planning? Who's always paying? Who's always sacrificing? Who's always compromising? If the answer is always you're being played. Because real connection is reciprocal. Real affection is mutual. Real relationships require investment from both sides. But she's not investing. She's just receiving. She's not planning dates. She's not initiating conversations. She's not making effort to see you. She's not spending her resources on you. She's not sacrificing her comfort for you. She's not thinking about your needs, your wants, your happiness. She's just taking what you give, and you keep giving because you think that's what love looks like. You think that's what it takes to win her over. You think if you just give enough, invest enough, prove enough, she'll finally match your energy. She won't, because she doesn't have to. You've already shown her that you'll give, regardless of what she does. You've already demonstrated that you don't require reciprocity. You'll take one-sided investment and call it devotion. And here's what you need to understand. A woman who values you will invest in you. Not because you asked, not because you begged, not because you proved yourself worthy, but because she genuinely wants to. Because she sees your value. Because she doesn't want to lose you, but she's not afraid of losing you. Why would she be? You've made yourself permanently available. You've shown her that no matter how little she gives, you'll still be there. You've removed all incentive for her to invest. That's the dynamic. And it's destroying you because you're pouring into someone who's empty toward you. You're building alone. You're caring alone. You're trying alone. And that's not a relationship. That's self-destruction. Think about it. Does she ever surprise you? Does she ever go out of her way to make you happy? Does she ever put your needs before her wants? Does she ever sacrifice something she values to show you that you matter? If the answer is no, she's playing you. She's letting you invest while she sits back and enjoys the benefits. And the longer you accept this, the more she'll take. Because takers don't stop taking until you stop giving. So stop. Stop giving to someone who only takes. Stop investing in someone who never reciprocates. Stop building one-sided dynamics and calling them relationships. That's not love. That's exploitation, and you're allowing it. This is the final sign, and it's the most telling. Pay attention to your visibility in her life. Does she introduce you to her friends? Does she post about you? Does she talk about you to her family? Does she acknowledge you publicly? Or are you a secret? Someone she spends time with in private but never claims in public? Someone she talks to when no one's watching, but ignores when people are around? If she's hiding you, she's ashamed of you. Not in the way you think. She's not ashamed of who you are. She's ashamed of what you represent. You represent her settling, her backup plan, her placeholder, because she's still looking for something better. She's still entertaining other options. She's still keeping herself available for the man she actually wants. And you being public complicates that. You being visible makes it harder for her to operate freely. So, she keeps you hidden in the shadows in the background where you can serve your purpose without interfering with her real agenda, and you accept it. You tell yourself she's private, she doesn't like social media, She's not ready to go public yet. She wants to keep things between you two. All lies you tell yourself to avoid the obvious truth. If she wanted to claim you, she would. If she was proud to be with you, she'd show it. If she saw a future with you, she wouldn't hide you from her present. Think about it. When a woman is genuinely into a man, she shows him off. She wants people to know. She wants her friends to meet him. She wants her family to know he exists. She's excited about him, proud of him, intentional about making him part of her world. But you're not part of her world. You're a side chapter, a footnote, someone she keeps separate from her real life. And that should tell you everything, because here's the reality. The man she actually wants, she won't hide him. The man she's actually serious about, she'll make it known. The man she sees a future with, she'll integrate him into every part of her life. But that's not you. You're the secret, the private option, the one she keeps just in case the man she really wants doesn't work out. And I know this hurts to hear. I know it's painful to accept, but you need to hear it, because as long as she's hiding you, she's not serious about you. As long as you're invisible in her life, you're not important to her. As long as she's keeping you separate from her world, you're not part of her future. Stop accepting this. Stop being someone's secret. Stop letting someone treat you like you're not good enough to be seen with. You're better than that. You deserve someone who's proud to be with you, who claims you publicly, who integrates you into their life without hesitation. Anything less than that is disrespect, and you need to walk away from it. Now, let's talk about why you're accepting all of this, because that's the real issue. It's not just that she's playing you. It's that you're letting her. You're participating in your own deception. You're ignoring obvious signs because facing them would mean losing her, and you're not ready to lose her. Why? Because you're attached to the potential. You're attached to the idea of what this could be if she just changed. If she just started caring, if she just started investing, if she just started valuing you the way you value her. But that's fantasy. That's not reality. Reality is what she's showing you right now. Reality is how she's treating you today, not who you hope she'll become, not what you imagine this could turn into, but what it actually is. And what it actually is a game. A game where she wins and you lose, where she takes and you give, where she benefits and you suffer. That's the reality. And until you accept it, you'll stay stuck. Because here's what you need to understand. She knows exactly what she's doing. This isn't accidental. This isn't her being confused. This isn't her going through something. This is intentional, calculated, strategic. She knows you care about her. She knows you're invested. She knows you'll tolerate her behavior, and she's using that knowledge against you. She's exploiting your feelings. She's manipulating your hope. She's playing on your attachment. That's not ignorance. That's malice. And you need to see it for what it is. Stop making excuses for her. Stop defending her to yourself. Stop rationalizing her behavior. Stop pretending this is normal. It's not. This is exploitation, and you're the victim of it because you're choosing to be. So what do you do when you recognize these signs? When you finally accept that she's playing you, here's what you do. You walk away. Not for her, for you. You remove yourself from the situation. You stop giving. You stop investing. You stop being available. You stop tolerating disrespect. You stop accepting breadcrumbs. You stop waiting for someone who's never going to choose you. And I know that's hard. I know you've invested time. I know you've built feelings. I know you've imagined a future. But none of that matters if it's one-sided. None of that matters if she's not reciprocating. None of that matters if you're being used. Your dignity matters more than your attachment. Your self-respect matters more than your feelings for her. Your future matters more than your investment in someone who doesn't value you. So walk away. Not to make her chase you, not to manipulate her into caring, not to prove a point, but because you deserve better, because you won't tolerate being played, because you have standards. And when you walk away, don't look back. Don't check if she's reaching out. Don't wait for her to realize what she lost. Don't hope she'll change and come back different. Just walk and keep walking. Focus on yourself. Rebuild your self-respect. Work on your purpose. Improve your value. Become the man who doesn't tolerate games. Become the man who recognizes his worth. Become the man who walks away from anything that doesn't serve him. That's the shift. That's the power. That's how you stop being played. Here's what most men don't understand. Being played isn't about her. It's about you. It's about your standards. It's about your boundaries. It's about your willingness to tolerate disrespect. She can only play you if you allow it. She can only use you if you make yourself available for it. She can only take advantage of you if you keep giving when she's not reciprocating. So, the real lesson isn't about recognizing the signs. It's about building yourself into a man who doesn't accept these conditions in the first place. A man who has such strong boundaries that these games don't work on him. A man who has such high standards that women who operate like this can't even get close to him. That's the goal. Not to spot the red flags better, but to become someone who doesn't tolerate them at all. Someone who walks at the first sign of disrespect. Someone who values himself too much to accept one-sided dynamics. Because when you operate from that place, you don't get played. You don't get used. You don't get taken advantage of because you simply don't allow it. You set the standard from day one and you enforce it consistently. Women who want to play games, they'll disqualify themselves quickly. They'll show you who they are early and you'll walk without hesitation. No attachment, no drama, no second geeing, just a clean exit. That's power. That's self-respect. That's how high-value men operate. Let me be brutally honest with you. If you're experiencing even one of these signs, you're being played. If you're experiencing all five, you're being destroyed. And the longer you stay, the worse it gets because she's not going to change. This is who she is. This is how she operates. This is her character. And character doesn't change just because you want it to. Character reveals itself through patterns. And the pattern is clear. She's using you. She's taking advantage of you. She's playing you for a fool. And she'll continue doing it as long as you allow it. So the question isn't whether she's playing you. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep accepting it? Keep hoping she'll change? Keep investing in someone who sees you as a resource, not a person? Or are you going to respect yourself enough to walk away? Are you going to value yourself enough to demand better? Are you going to love yourself enough to stop tolerating disrespect? That's the choice, and it's yours to make. But understand this. Every day you stay is a day you're choosing her over yourself. Every moment you tolerate this is a moment you're betraying your own worth. Every time you accept this treatment is a time you're confirming to her and to yourself that you don't believe you deserve better. Is that who you want to be? Is that the man you're proud of? Is that the life you want to live? I don't think so. I think you know you deserve more. I think you know you're worth more. I think you know this isn't acceptable. So act like it. Stand up. Set boundaries, walk away, reclaim your dignity, rebuild your self-respect, become the man who doesn't get played because he doesn't tolerate the conditions that allow it. Here's what you do starting today. You audit every relationship in your life, every woman you're dealing with, every dynamic you're invested in, and you ask yourself these questions. Is she only reaching out when she needs something? Is she keeping me in the gray area? Is she disrespecting my time? Is she failing to invest in me? Is she keeping me hidden? If the answer to any of these is yes, you know what to do. You walk. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today, right now. You remove yourself from the situation. You stop participating in your own disrespect. And then you focus on building yourself. You work on your purpose. You improve your skills. You increase your value. You develop your character. You strengthen your boundaries. You raise your standards. You become the man who doesn't tolerate games. The man who recognizes his worth. The man who walks away from anything that doesn't serve him. The man who demands reciprocity, respect, and intentionality. That's the man women can't play. That's the man women chase. That's the man women regret losing. Not because he's trying to make them regret it, but because he genuinely doesn't care if they do. He's too busy building a life that excites him, too busy pursuing a purpose that fulfills him, too busy becoming the best version of himself. He doesn't have time for games. He doesn't have energy for users. He doesn't have patience for disrespect. And that's exactly who you need to become. So here's your takeaway. The signs are there. You've seen them. You've ignored them. But you can't ignore them anymore. She's playing you, and you know it. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep being the fool, or are you going to become the man who doesn't get played? The choice is yours, but choose quickly, because every day you waste in this situation is a day you could be investing in yourself. Every moment you tolerate this treatment is a moment you could be building something real with someone who actually values you. Stop accepting less than you deserve. Stop tolerating disrespect. Stop being played. Walk away. Build yourself. Become better. And never, ever let anyone treat you like you're not valuable because you are. You just need to start believing it. Subscribe to this channel if this resonated with you, because we're building men who don't get played. We're building men who know their worth. We're building men who have standards and enforce them. Hit that subscribe button and join the brotherhood of men who choose themselves, who respect themselves, who refuse to be fools for anyone. This is your wake-up call. Don't hit snooze. Act on it now.